I extend my welcome to our chief guest, Mr. T.M. Vijay Kumar, and all the participants for today's webinar. So, to begin with, let me introduce the speaker for the day. Mr. T.M. Vijay Kumar is a native of Kerala, born and brought up in Madurai. Basically, he is an engineer with an MBA graduation from Madurai Kamaraj University. He has completed 1-year executive program from IIM Bangalore. Sir has more than 16 years of corporate experience, in which he has been heading JK Tires Tamil Nadu for 2 years, CET Tires as regional manager for Tamil Nadu and Kerala for 6 years, Continental Tires heading South, entire South plus Madhya Pradesh for about 7 years, and Kumho Tires has been heading the South region for 1 year. He has started Tire Check in the year 2014, which is based at Vadavalli, Coimbatore, and he has been successfully running the business for more than 7 years. The Tire Check is dealing with leading 8 tire brands for cars, bikes, and light commercial vehicles. They are into 3D alignment, balancing of wheels, and all services related to tires and wheels. So, with more than 23 years of experience in tire industry, Sir has also received, his dealership has received the Best Dealer Award for about 3 times in the past 7 years. He has got the President Award from then President of Indian Shankar Dayal Sharma. He has adopted and taken care of 3 girl children from Virudhunagar district for past 8 years through World Vision India. So we are very happy to have Sir with us here for the webinar. Now I request our HOD Dr. K. Samuel Sir to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, Sir.
So thank you, Kanimali, for introducing me here. I just want to give a very brief introduction before handing over the session to our chief guest today. Maybe 2 years, I think 2 to 3 years back, I just had a chance to go in Marudumalai Road, right? And I just had a need to do the wheel balancing. So I just simply dropped in. I don't know who is it, and I don't know all those details. I just saw a shop and I just went inside the shop for rebalancing. Once I went inside the shop, maybe the ambience and all those seating arrangements, everything was perfect. And as soon as I saw that place, I thought this should be professionally managed by somebody, right? That is because I don't know who is the owner, who is the person behind it. I don't know all those things. But I definitely came to understand that this should be a professionally managed institution, professionally managed organization, right? So then maybe 1 or 2 times I did not talk with the person, our chief guest today. I just went, did my activity and then just went, right? Maybe 2nd or 3rd time, because next time also I went for wheel balancing, and after that also I just went. And maybe 3rd or 4th time, I just thought of speaking to him. And then from then onwards, because he would have forgotten, there may be many customers coming inside. But from then on, I just started conversing with him. And maybe now only the time has come for meeting our students in online, right? So this is the brief history behind our session and association, right? And with this brief note, entrepreneur is a very, very different word actually, right? Everybody talks about entrepreneurship. Everybody can give some advice. Everybody can do something. Today that is a big buzzword, right? Wherever you go, people talk about innovation. People talk about startups. People talk about many things. Today, everything is patents and copyrights and all those things are the buzzword in the recent times, right? But according to me, you need to have some sort of a thread. A very small thread is necessary to become an entrepreneur, right? Suppose if you catch hold of that thread and then if you start your journey, I think you can become a great entrepreneur, right? So that thread is very important. So where will we get that thread? How can we catch hold of that thread? We don't know, right? That is why we are all searching in many places, right? Suppose if you ask chief guest today, he may tell, for example, from where did he get this confidence and the idea of being here, being to this organization. So with this context, I would like to hand over the session to our chief guest today. So thank you, sir, for being with us today. And Hindustan Institutions Coimbatore happily welcomes you and all the members present here. Welcome all once again, and I'm handing over the session to the guest speaker. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir and ma'am, for wonderful words. So I will start it. So good evening, all. I would like to start this session by thanking Dr. Samuel, sir, and Mrs. Kanamuri, ma'am. Thank you so much for the opportunity to interact with your students. So good evening once again, upcoming leaders and entrepreneurs. Are we ready for the session? Hopefully, yes, I believe. So it's my just a request, if you could all switch on the video so that I can see. I know it's a very difficult task, but still, let's try, because I'm not going to give you a lecture on your academic subject. It's going to be in for 20, 30 minutes of real-time experience of sharing knowledge about real phase of life, which you all are going to face after you finish your course and come out. So, are we ready, leaders? Hope I can hear some yes.
Yes, sir.
Leaders?
Yes, sir.
I can hear some yes. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, I just start with a question. I need some answers too, I believe. So, what do you think is the real quality of a leader? Rather, what should a leader possess to make him accepted? Or what do you think is the foundation of leadership or entrepreneurship? Somebody can open their mic and speak. What do you think the real quality of a leader? Rather, what should he possess to be accepted? Or what do you think the foundation of a leadership or an entrepreneurship? Can anyone speak out, please? At least one or two. Hello.
Should have ability to bear the loss.
Okay, good. Good, Nidya ma'am. Thank you. Anyone?
The perfect management and the product quality, sir.
Beautiful, Mr. Arvind. Thank you so much. Okay, so I just say one may think to have a super solid strategic plan, maybe you can have a clear vision, maybe strong communication skills, but think of what if the team does not trust him. See a scenario, he got all the qualities of a leader, but if the team does not accept him or trust him, no matter how hard you try, you won't get the desired result. So a trusted leader will get higher productivity. Team morale becomes high. Loyalty will be there. Retention in the team will be there, and several other factors. So when you are not being trusted, the employees start asking questions, and decision taken will always prolong. So maybe they will work for only monetary benefits, but the real mindset will not be there working with you. So the trust factor is very much important as an entrepreneur or a leader. So the team should believe you. That is the highest amount of value you will get. So you can just take terms and go to a higher heights. So trust is a beautiful thing you should have with the team. So in this regard, I just want to tell you a small story. There was a businessman who was on a long flight. He was traveling a flight. So suddenly an announcement came from the pilot that there is going to be a very big turbulence. So and he asked the passenger to fasten the seat belts. And so obviously the passenger got a bit of panic, and they started murmuring with themselves, and some got really frightened. And sometime later, there was an announcement came that there will be no food served because of a real big turbulence going to happen. So passenger really got panic. Thunders were here all across the flight. The flight was tossed around like a toy. So some passengers started praying, some yelling at the pilot and crew, some literally crying. So this businessman was also worried. So he was seeing left and right what is happening. Suddenly, this businessman sight felt on a small girl who was sitting in the seat. She was calm, she was composed, she was reading her book. It's a small girl, she was reading her book. She was not at all bothered about the situation. She was focused on what she was doing. So sometime later, this flight got landed at the destination, and everyone was hurrying up to get down. So this businessman just came to that little girl and asked how you are staying so cool or calm and not worried about the turbulence or the situation which is happening. So the little girl smartly said, "Sir, why should I become maybe carried away by the situation? So why are you not afraid or keeping cool?" She said, "Sir, anyone knows the answer? Can anyone? Why she was cool? Hello,
Is she deaf?
hello. Huh?
The small girl is a deaf? She can't
No.
hear?
Good. Anyway, good. But she said an answer. My dad is the pilot, and he is taking me home. You got it? Her father was a pilot, and she said, "Why should be I worried? Because he is taking me home safely." Does your team believe you are taking them home? Does your team believe you are taking them home and guiding them in turbulent situation and take them to a good place? If yes, great. If no, please do create the trust. Because as a leader or an entrepreneur, your team plays a vital role and keep them intact in foremost things for success. So the moral I just want to say is, moral is the leaders who are not trustworthy create a culture of selfishness, and a trustworthy leader create a culture of selflessness. So the main aspect as a leader or an entrepreneur is to create a trust among your team. So let's now see the journey of an entrepreneur. So how to start? So basic of an entrepreneur to start is you need an experience if you are a first generation entrepreneur. I'm not talking about the second gen or third gen who know and maybe their producer have done the job and they just need to carry on. But I'm talking about a first gen entrepreneur. He needs a basic experience. Basically, he should gain experience. That is the, just one second. So that's a key wherein you will face the real challenge and situation that will make you to adapt, and you will get molded as a strong person. Next is to learn and ask question as an entrepreneur. Until you are clear wherever you work, I'm talking about when you are gaining experience, wherever you work, it's like asking doubt to your professor, even if it is a silly question. Many does not ask question and just move on. That is the biggest mistake that should not be done. Be clear in your thoughts, ask questions, because at one point of time you will be shy to ask that because your basic is gone. ஒரு டயத்துக்கு அப்புறம் you feel silly to ask that question and nobody there to answer you. So that should not happen. So when you are in the beginning stage, you ask question and learn many things. That will make you strong with your knowledge. So the most important thing is learn from mistake and please do not repeat it. Don't repeat the second time. So that is a very good learning. So main thing for an entrepreneur's journey or the rights you should keep is the first and foremost is the time management. Second is the financial management. Third, you should be passionate and you should be also be disciplined. Fourth, taking care of your employee, as I said, it's a very crucial part. Maybe if you compare with your study, the course you are doing, you have a lot of things to submit or report or project, whatever it is, make it on time. So you learn from there. And when you become an entrepreneur, there is no second choice left over. You have to be on date, on time. So finance is the biggest task for any entrepreneur's journey. So manage your finance well. And passion, if you are not having passion, you cannot never be an entrepreneur. So be passionate, whatever you do, and continue till the end. And make it with a discipline. And taking care of your employee, as I said, they are the foremost thing. So you're taking care of an employee is the best thing you can do. Make it as a family, and your customer too. Take care of them. In all these way, many will do this. They miss out on one thing called family. So the other main thing is take care of your family when doing all these things. So they are very much important. So finally, that I would say, love what you do. Unless you have passion, you can never become an entrepreneur. So that's the thing. And there are around 7 stages of an entrepreneurship journey. One is called as intimidation. Second is the novelty. Third is an overwhelming fact. Fourth will be the rhythm. Fifth will be the failure factor. Sixth is an regeneration stage. And seventh is called as a temperance stage. So what is this 7? So intimidation, start. So always an entrepreneur dream. So you're working for a company, suddenly you want to quit and be an entrepreneur. That is a phase. So that you have a doubt in becoming an entrepreneur or start your journey. So that is a stage called intimidation, where your subconscious mind says something and you want to do it. But when you gain experience, you'll be clear on what to do or make the journey or not. That is called an intimidation stage of an entrepreneur. Novelty stage is the planning stage. When you start your dreaming about the company and you're making planning, you become novel. You have a lot of ideas coming through and many people to say advices. So, and you become very novel in describing your scenario and keeping intact with them and starting your journey. So for some entrepreneurs, the novelty lasts for long till their journey. Sometimes the novelty fades because of the situations or problem which arises in between. So this novel stage, it should be carried on forever. So you should be always thinking of new ideas, new facts, everything. So overwhelming. What is overwhelming? The meaning is intense and hard to deal with situations. So every entrepreneur faces this situation. So maybe when you face a cash flow issue, missing your sales, competitions are coming in. So in this time, you're really overwhelmed. It's you start overcome these obstacles and overwhelming moments when you really take it up and do your best for your company or your profession. So this can be avoided. And the 4th stage is called rhythm. So setting up things. This is a very key moment. So when everything is tagged, you should keep your momentum going on. So setting it up in a right way, you won't fear of failures. Instead, you move with confidence in this stage. So that is where you really pull out your socks and do your best to really uplift your company or your firm. So 4th stage will be a failure. So no matter who you are, failure will rattle you at one point of time. Always. So it's about the right attitude and commitment. You can win it over. So don't lose hope when you have difficult times or you take some failures. Take it as a challenge and try to move on with the failures and make it success. So 6th stage will be a regeneration stage, where regeneration comes after you experience a failure. So you again restart and try to bounce back with your right attitude. So maybe from intimidation stage to rhythm stage, it will maximum. So you are again regaining your strength and your failures and started working on things, what went wrong, and try to correct failures and keep your things on track. So the seventh and the last stage is temperance stage, where you're settled down, you take a real calculated risk, you experiment in a bold and new directions, you search for new avenues. Maybe you will expand your line of business, or you go beyond your line of business and think into a different destination without hesitation. That is the most important thing in this temperance stage. And you become a true leader in this stage. So I'll just say some quotes for what you call upliftment of the team morale, or the keeping this moment. Some important quotes I can say is, the important thing is not being afraid to take a chance. Repeat, important thing is not being afraid to take a chance. Remember, the greatest failure is not to try. The greatest failure is not to try. That is the greatest mistake many people does. So half of what separates a successful entrepreneur from a non-successful entrepreneur is the pure perseverance. Can anyone say what is perseverance? Because this is the important factor of an entrepreneur's life. Perseverance.
Trying and trying without leaving.
It is actually the continuous effort to do or achieve something despite difficulty or failures and opposition. So mark this word, don't forget this word, perseverance. A successful and a non-successful entrepreneur, the word of difference is perseverance. It's a continuous effort to achieve something despite difficulty, failures, and opposition. And what do you need to start a business? There are only three simple things. Know your product better than anyone, know your customer, and having a burning desire to succeed. I repeat, know your product better than anyone. That is the experience you gain. And after the experience, when you start a business, you are the master in it. So you know the product better. And you know the customer also. So you have to focus on customer, what, where, and how you are going to pitch on the customer. And the desire to succeed should be there. That includes the passion in you to do it. The difference between, here I want to say about the people say boss and leader. So there's a lot of difference between a boss and a leader. So who is a boss? Who is the leader? Can anyone say who is a boss and a leader? Hello? Everyone is
Boss
there?
is someone who instructs other to work, and a leader is someone who works along with the team.
Perfectly said, man. Perfectly said. So I say a boss is the one who says go, and a leader is the one who say let us go. So that is a simple difference between a leader and a boss. So it's a team which matters always for a leader. To be an entrepreneur also, entrepreneurship is not a job. It is. Hello. Yeah. So entrepreneurship is not a job. It's a lifestyle as a whole. So I just want to try to finish off things. So the future leaders, I believe we are sitting here, and the entrepreneurs, let us do it perfect and make sure we are not bosses, but the leader in making. So dear students, all the very best for a successful journey of entrepreneurship and a leadership journey ahead. So I would finish off saying my final words. Entrepreneurship is not a destination. It's a journey keep enjoying. All the very best, and thanks for the opportunity. Thank you so much. And now the floor is open for discussion. Any doubts, any question I can clarify. Hope I have done justice. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you for being here. So I think now students can have some questions, if anything. Sir, can you please just brief about your journey of entrepreneurship? A very few words about
See, that is what my thought process and becoming an entrepreneur is totally a different angle. So, as I've discussed with you several times, see, my journey of entrepreneurship wasn't totally an accident. See, I was working for corporate for many years. I should say, thank God and not to thank also sometimes, because at the age of 23, I was regional manager of a company. At 23, that was in history for tire industry. At 23, I was heading an entire Tamil Nadu and Kerala, whereas my colleagues were above 45 plus. So, when I was the South Indian head for Continental Tires, German tire company, I was only 29. So my colleague then were 50 plus then. So things have happened in a beautiful way. Earlier when I got big things in my life, so lifestyle was totally different. But end of it, I see it is not all about money, power, and authority. It's about me I'm talking about. It cannot be a general thing. You asked me about my journey. So I believe money, power, and authority is nothing in life. To be content and to keep intact with your life is more important than money, power, and authority. So I made a decision then that I should not work on from there. I should take care of my family, because after 55 plus, my colleague, maybe I was a South India head, my North Indian head and West and East Indian head were 55 plus, where their son and daughters were grown up. So I was having when I was South India head for Continental Germany, he was studying the first standard படிச்சிட்டு. So he was missing me a lot. He was literally missing me a lot. Family was missing me a lot. So I thought, okay, all is for the next generation to pass on. So I thought I should not go like this. And one day at the Delhi airport, I decided to quit my job. Immediately, I canceled the flight and went to my office in Meerut and just put my resignation. So that is how my journey started. So I was thinking that it is not about making a lot of money which give me satisfaction. I've made my firm. It is now 7 years old, and I have around more than 20 plus staffs. They are happy. We are one family, and I'm really content what I am doing. But I am doing it with a certain passion, because the tire. So my tire company's name is the Tire Check, and I call it when your tires are tired. So we are tireless people working around the clock, and it is mainly about the service we do. So I'm making them happy, my staff happy, my family is very happy, because after 18, 19 years, now I'm bringing my lunch bag after my school days, which has happened. So lunch bag for 7 years. So every day I'm going home. So that gives me satisfaction. And touch wood, I can say the company has also grown multiple times in 7 years, because our passion, my team's passion, we all are one, and that is how my journey of Tire Check happens, sir. Hello.
Yes, sir. So I think we were just talking about this financial management, right?
Yes, sir.
That was one area that you said you have to be very careful,
right,
and you have to be very strong in that area. And one of your points also you have said. So how, because all our future entrepreneurs are
right.
here. So when they go into entrepreneurship, how should they manage their money? Is there any few tips that you can give for them?
Sir, simple. See, you have to make your resources right. As far as finance, when we talk about finance, so when you make a budget, see, when you plan for starting up an entrepreneurship, Now there are a lot of scopes to get a loan from a bank or there are SMEs who can help it out. There is a huge thing called crowdfunding or investors who are there. So you have to plan your clear budget, what you are going to do, and make it in paper as a project. So if you make it as a project, there can be lots of things. Investor may come in, one thing, and you come to know how much is your expected the capital investment. That's called capital investment. So many people lag in their capital investment budget because they see all the things, but the capital investment is the biggest thing. You have to really plan. Once you start and running the show, you should not feel that your capital investment was less. I'm talking about the stocks. Sometimes you miss out. And the working capital management. That is again a most important thing. Many entrepreneurs fail in working capital management. I can say, for instance, about the tire industry. So maybe I can take to be precise or specific in Coimbatore market. Before COVID, there were around 75 to 80 alignment or tire dealership shop. After the first wave, it has become 50, and after the second wave, it has come to 35. So see, it's all because of their planning on financial things. When you have a real strong backup on finance, or really, see, you should, as a businessman, playing with others' money is always safe. So it is not about others' money. It is I'm talking about bank loan or the maybe the finance you get, but you need to really rotate in a right way, because whoever the businessman is, he will have some loans. So rightly paying it back, and keeping your CIBIL, we call it bank score, CIBIL score right, that you will get money when needed the bank, and keep your statements right. Do it everything in a recordable way. Have a perfect auditor with you. Make your accounts team right center. And one more important thing as finances, many people, maybe your senior level of businessman wrong, they do a mistake that they will not see accounts. They blindly believe in their accounts team and go. But make it a habit. Each and every day you check your accounts. Maybe it is not possible when you grow on a higher side, but keep the right person for doing it. Unless and until you keep your accounts intact, you can never ever succeed. Thank you. Any questions from any of our students?
Yes, I do have a question for you, sir.
Please.
I have two questions actually. The
May
first
know
one
your
would
name,
be,
sir. May I know your name, sir?
You introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. My name is Surya Prasad.
Okay.
Yes, sir. My first doubt would be.
No, you have to tell from which department, which college,
Yes.
all those things, because many students are here, right?
Yes, sir. Myself, Surya Prasad DK. I'm an MBA student. So the two doubts I have is, first thing, since we, as you are from a tire industry, and today we are having issues with the import of tires and everything, do you think does this have an effect on your business? Like today we cannot get a Pirelli or a Hankook tires, and there are many people who, more than money what they're investing, they look the quality of product. So have this affected your business? And also my next doubt is, like, if we are going to be an entrepreneur tomorrow, or if we have a plan or passion for that, how can we manage to convey this to our parents? Because once our parents see us in a job, it's very difficult for us to convince them, like to say that we are going to start a business or something. So how did that work out for you?
Okay, so we have two questions. The first question, you're talking about the effect of import tires after COVID, right?
Yes, sir.
Surya, right? Shiva.
Surya.
Yeah, Surya. See, thing is, absolutely it had an impact on Chinese market. So that is good for Indian market, because Chinese tire, as you say, the quality is not up to the mark. Only some set of customers go for those kind of products. So that has been affected the market. But you're talking about, you named, very good that you named. I was happy to hear from your mouth about Fairly and Hankook. So I believe you are from Kerala, I believe, hope so.
Yes,
So
sir.
I got it. So Hankook is doing good in Kerala. So see, there are a lot of brands in this market, Surya. So see, I'm a dealer for more than 9 brands of tires. So it has affected the market. Maybe some customers have didn't get the tires like early at some point of time. But now it was an effect for only 6-7 months after COVID. Now it has been recovered, and import has slowly started. Like Pirelli is started coming for. I believe you are asking for your bike tires, I believe. So Pirelli tires is available in the market. It has been coming, and some companies could not invest in India. That is the most biggest challenge they face because they are not planned. Example, I will talk about a company called Michelin. They are closed their production in India for car tires because of their planning, because they have not put in production center in India. Whereas Bridgestone is there in India for more than 30 years, and they have a plant in Chennai and 3 places across where they are doing R&D also. So they have planned themselves in a bigger way. And in this COVID situation, Bridgestone and many companies who have put their plant in India has grown 3-4 times. And I was discussing with your sir also that our company has grown after COVID 5 times bigger. I'm talking about the turnover. So good things are happening. So not to worry about the situation, but it will turn up and import will slowly start. Hope I have answered your question, Mrs. Surya.
Yes, sir. It
Okay.
does.
And your second question is about how to convince your parents, right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So it is don't try to. My logic is don't try to convince anybody. There is no point in it. See, as I said, you should gain experience. See, you cannot finish your MBA or engineering and then immediately jump into your entrepreneurship journey. So that is what I said. If you are a first gen entrepreneur, you cannot do it at all. For that, you have to gain experience. So that is more important. So you work for companies, 2-3 companies for some years, maybe put an experience of 3 to 4 years. You gain knowledge because I know maybe in colleges we used to the scroll your professors or maybe go to your friend and say, oh, he's not understanding me or he's really threatening me or whatever. It can happen. But come to the real world of corporate. So maybe so you will hear it. You will really hear it from the corporate world, all this struggle. You have to feel it and you have to come out. Somebody will scold, somebody will rip you, but you have to face it. Unless and until you face this challenge, maybe now we are complaining about our professors or professors and teachers over here, but we are yelling at them. So I also do it, but that there is no point. You will hear more than that when you face a corporate life. But good thing is that you are learning here. So it starts everything from your MBA program where you have to submit your project on time. You get an remark when you are not doing it. So this will also happen when you come to a corporate life or not doing your sales setup in a proper way, not going with an attire. And in corporate life, you cannot even sit without, you guys are just switching off your video and sitting. But in a meeting, in a corporate meeting, you cannot do that. Absolutely cannot do that. They'll rip you out. I'm saying it. So corporate world is totally different. So you can say many excuses to not open your video and maybe showing your face. But if you come into a real corporate life, it cannot be done. So learn it from here. I say learn it from here so that you will not face a challenge when you come to corporate. So what I was trying to convey is learn your experience or gain your experience in corporate field, and automatically you will find what kind of thing you're looking for, or what is your aim in your head to travel across for a journey of entrepreneur, then try to say your parents that I've gained some confidence or experience. I'm going to be an entrepreneur. 100% I strongly believe they'll be convinced. And there is no point to convince them also, because they know what you are and who you are at some point. Because Mama, I also started my journey earlier. So I had an experience, and when I said my parents, they said, "Oh, you're going to do that? Okay, good." So my experience backup gave me the confidence, and the confidence reflected in my family too. So make it happen. Make your first 3 years beautiful, and make a point that everyone listens to you. That is more important rather to convince them. Hope I have done justice, Mr. Surya.
Yes, sir. That answers my question.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Surya. Anyone? Hello.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Solungu, sir.
Sir, I'm Aravind from Hindustan Engineering Technology, HICET, sir.
Yes, sir, Aravind, sir. Solungu.
Sir, once we enter into the business, so we gain knowledge for 2 years. After that, how should we hold our employees, sir? Would you give us some? How should we have to hold our employees who is working under us? Would you give us some tips about that, sir?
அதை பற்றி தான் ரொம்ப நேரமாக பேசிட்டு இருந்தேன் இப்போ உங்கள்கிட்ட. அதாவது தான் இவ்வளோ நேரம் பேசினது அதை பற்றி தான். ஸோ வெரி இம்பார்ட்டண்ட்டுங்க. என்னன்னா, ஒரு எம்ப்ளாயி தாங்க நம்மளோட ஸ்ட்ரென்த் ஆகும். நம்ம எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் எடுத்துட்டோம், நம்ம வி ஹவ் ஸ்டார்டட் அண்ட் ஒரு கம்பெனி ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அதை பில்ட் பண்ணி கொண்டு போது அந்த ஒரு லெவல் வரும்போது நம்ம கூட ட்ராவல் பண்ணுறாங்க இல்லையா, யூ கால் எம்ப்ளாயி ஆர் யுவர் கலீக், அவங்க தான் உங்களை கொண்டு போகிறாங்க. ஸோ மேக் தம் ஹாப்பி இன் எவ்ரி திங். மேக் இட் அஸ் அ ஃபேமிலி. வேற ஃபார் ஸ்மால் ஆண்டர்பிரனர் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எல்லா ஒரு பிக் ஒரு பெரிய கார்பரேட் ஆரம்பிச்சு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு சின்ன லெவலில் தான் ஆரம்பிச்சிருப்பாங்க. வெதர் இட் இஸ் டாட்டாஸ் ஆர் பிர்லாஸ் ஆர் அம்பானிஸ் ஆர் ஹூவர் இட் இஸ், தே ஹவ் ஆல் ஸ்டார்டட் ஃப்ரம் ஸ்மால் கம்பெனி அண்ட் தே க்ரோன் பிக். ஸோ அப்படி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, ஸோ நீங்க கேட்குற கேள்வி எப்படி நம்ம ஹோல்ட் பண்றது இல்லை, நம்ம எப்படி அவங்கள நடத்துறோன்றது, ஆர் ஹவு யூ டேக் கேர் ஆஃப் தெம். ஸோ ஒரு சின்ன எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்லணும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, இப்போ நம்ம கம்பெனியில் 20 இருக்காங்கன்னா, நம்ம ஒரு வி ஆர் நாட் கார்பரேட், பட் வாட் ஐ ஹவ் டன் இஸ் ஒரு பாலிசி, ஃபேமிலி பாலிசி எடுத்து கொடுத்துருவோம் அவங்களுக்கு, எல்லா ஸ்டாஃபுக்குமே. ஸோ தட் மை கம்பெனி வில் வேர் ஆர் ஐ பேர். அவங்க ஃபேமிலிக்கு என்னன்னா வி ஹவ் புட் அண்ட் பாலிசி விச் மெனி கார்பரேட் ஆல்சோ டசன்ட் டூ தட். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி சின்ன சின்ன விஷயங்கள் மேக் அ மூமெண்ட் டு செலிப்ரேட். தட் இஸ் வாட் ஆல்வேஸ் ஐ சே. ஒரு சின்ன மூமெண்ட்டும் யூ ஷுட் செலிப்ரேட். ஸோ அதை நீங்கள் கொஞ்சம் அவங்களோட நீங்கள் ஒரு ஸ்டாஃப் 3 பேர் தான் அவங்க ஸ்டாஃப் இருக்காங்க, 3 பிறந்தநாள் தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும், பர்த்டே தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும், ஆனிவர்சரி தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். ஸோ அந்த மூமெண்ட் அவங்களுக்கு கிவ் தம் அ சர்ப்ரைஸ். இதெல்லாம் ஸ்மால் டிப்ஸ் நான் உங்களுக்கு சொல்கிறேன். ஸோ டேக் த மூமெண்ட் அண்ட் செலிப்ரேட் இட். மீதி சின்ன ஒரு விஷயமா இருக்குன்னா, பட் செலிப்ரேஷன் இஸ் வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் பீயிங் அன் ஆண்டர்பிரனர் அண்ட் கீப் யுவர் எம்ப்ளாயி இன்டாக்ட். மிஸ்டர் அரவிந்த், புரிஞ்சுதுங்களா?
சார் தேங்க்யூ சார், புரிஞ்சுது சார், நல்லாவே. தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச்.
தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச். வேற யாராவது? 3 பேர் தான் இது வரைக்கும் பேசுறீங்க. only 3 people have spoken out of 55 members. Hello.
Students, you can ask your questions, unmute and speak. We have engineering students too. Kindly unmute and ask your questions.
கேளுங்க, தமாஷா கேளுங்க.
Question கேட்கலாம்.
எது வேணாலும் கேட்கணும். You can ask, please. மேடம், நீங்களே ஒரு பேர் சொல்லி கூப்பிட பேச சொல்லுங்க மேடம், அப்பதான் கரெக்டா இருக்கும்.
Okay, sir. Albert. I think he's not there.
Okay.
Joshna.
So if you ask them, they are leaving actually.
My God. My God. So,
okay, you need not leave, right? Yeah,
absolutely.
Don't worry about questions, right? Here, see, student.
Sir, you are unmuted, I believe.
Sir, excuse me.
And he says that anything you can ask, and you can talk with them freely. See, that is what is the point. Ask question means you talk freely. Don't have any inhibition among you. Whatever you feel like asking, you can ask. That's what we are expecting from you.
அரவிந்த், நீங்க என்னமோ கேட்க வந்தீங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அரவிந்த் என்னமோ கேட்க வந்தீங்க நீங்க.
சார் எஸ் சார், நான் தமிழ்ல கேட்குறேன் சார்.
கேளுங்க சார், ப்ளீஸ் சார்.
சார், இப்போ ஒரு பிஸ்னஸ் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றோம் ஃபுட் ஓரியன்டா அப்படின்றப்போ ஒரு லொகேஷன் ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்றது, அதை பத்தி கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்க சார். எவ்வளோ இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் லொகேஷன் ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்றதுல அப்படின்றது.
சூப்பருங்க, சூப்பர். ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம் அரவிந்த். ஏன்னா லொகேஷன்ன்றது நீங்க சொன்னீங்க இல்லையா, நம்ம வந்து எந்த இடத்துல பண்ண போறோம், என்ன பண்ண போறோம்னு ரொம்ப முக்கியம். வாட், வென், வேர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸோ நீங்க என்னமோ மைண்ட்ல வச்சிருக்கீங்களா? என்னமோ மைண்ட்ல என்னமோ இருக்க ப்ராடக்ட் என்னமோ வச்சிருக்கீங்களா? இல்ல ரொம்ப நீங்க வந்து நிறைய கேள்வி கேட்குறீங்க, என்னமோ மைண்ட்ல வச்சிருக்கீங்களா? ப்ராடக்ட் என்னமோ மைண்ட்ல வச்சிருக்கீங்களா அரவிந்த்?
சார் எஸ் சார், அது பிளான் போயிட்டு இருக்கு சார் ஆக்சுவலா. ஸோ அதனாலதான் ஆல்ரெடி ஒரு அங்கிள் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ பிசினஸ்
வெரி குட்.
அடுத்து
நம்பர் வந்து நீங்க நான் பேசுறேன், நீங்க நம்பர் கூட ஷார்ட் வாங்கிட்டு யூ கேன் ஜஸ்ட் டிஸ்கஸ் மீ வித் மீ ஆல்சோ ஆஃப்டர் தட். நான் என்ன சொல்றேன்னா, நீங்க என்ன ப்ராடக்ட் இருக்கு, நீங்க பண்ண போற இடத்துல உங்க காம்படிஷன் எப்படி இருக்குன்னு பார்க்கணும். பேசிக் அதுதான் மெயின் ஃபோர்மோஸ்ட் திங். ஒரு 4 ஒரே சப்போஸ் ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் இருக்கு, அந்த அந்த ப்ராடக்ட் வந்து நீங்க சொல்ற லொகேஷன்ல 4 பேர் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தா நீங்க 5ஆவது போய் இறங்குறது அர்த்தம் இல்லை. ஸோ வந்து எப்பவுமே ஒரு எக்ஸ்பேன்ஷன் யோசிக்கணும். அந்த இடத்துல வந்து யாரும் இருக்காங்களா இல்லையான்றத பார்க்கணும். ஒரு முன்னாடி எழுதும்போங்க MBA ஆரம்பிக்கும்போது இந்த ஒரு செருப்பு வைக்கிற கதை எல்லாருமே சொல்லியிருப்பாங்க. ஸோ ஒருத்தர் சர்வேக்கு அனுப்புனாங்க. கேட்டிருக்கீங்க அந்த கதை? கேட்டிருக்கீங்களா அரவிந்த்? நீங்க கேட்டிருக்கீங்களா இந்த செருப்பு வைக்கிற கதையை?
சார் நோ சார்,
கேட்டது இல்லைங்களா? சொல்லியிருப்பாங்க. ஸோ என்னன்னா, ஒரு இடத்துல வந்து இந்த ஒரு சர்வே, ஒரு செருப்பத்தை ஒரு மேனுஃபேக்சர் வந்து ஒரு சர்வே எடுக்க சொல்லியிருக்காரு ஒரு சேல்ஸ் எக்ஸிக்யூட்டிவ். போயிட்டு பார்த்துட்டு வாங்க அப்படின்னோடனே, அப்போ ஒருத்தர் போய் பார்த்துருக்காரு. சார், அந்த ஊர்ல யாருமே வந்து அங்கே செருப்புலாம் வைக்க முடியாது சார், ஷூ எல்லாம் வைக்க முடியாது சார், அங்க யாருமே வந்து செருப்பு போடுறது கிடையாது, ஷூ போடுறது கிடையாது, வேஸ்ட் அங்கே போடுறதே அப்படின்ட்டாராமா. புரிஞ்சுங்களா? இன்னொருத்தர் அனுப்பியிருக்காங்க, அவர் தான் கரெக்டான சேல்ஸ்மேன். என்ன சொல்றாருன்னு புரிஞ்சு உங்களுக்கு? புரியுதா? இன்னொருத்தர் போய் சொல்லியிருக்காராமா, சார் இங்கதான் சார் ஸ்கோப்பே இருக்கு, யாருமே செருப்பு போடல, இங்க நம்ம போட்டா எல்லாரையும் போட வச்சிடலாம். நான் சொன்ன புரிஞ்சா? 2 பார்வை இருக்கு, பாக்குற கண்ணோட்டம் தான் அது. ஒருத்தர் போய் இங்க யாருமே செருப்பு போட மாட்டாங்க, வேஸ்டா நம்ம பண்றதுன்னு சொன்னாரு ஒருத்தர். இன்னொருத்தர் போய் சொன்னாரு, இங்க யாருமே செருப்பு போடல, இங்கதான் நமக்கு ஸ்கோப்பே இருக்கு, அத்தனை பேரும் போட வச்சாலும் நம்ம பிசினஸ் டெவலப் ஆயிரும். ஸோ அந்த இடம் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம் அரவிந்த். ஸோ நம்ம என்ன காம்படிஷன் இருக்கு, நம்ம இன்னொன்று அந்த மார்க்கெட் போகும்போது அந்த மார்க்கெட்டை எக்ஸ்பாண்ட் பண்ண முடியுமா? ஏன்னா சின்ன மார்க்கெட்ல போய் நான் வந்து யாரும் இல்லைன்றதுக்கு போட்டேன்னா அர்த்தம் கிடையாது. நான் சொல்ல புரியுதுங்களா? ஒரு சின்ன மார்க்கெட்டா இருக்கும், அங்க போய் நான் பிசினஸ் பண்ண போறேன்னு சொன்னீங்கன்னா அதுக்கப்புறம் டெவலப்மெண்ட் அடுத்த ஃபேஸுக்கு போக முடியாது அந்த மார்க்கெட்ல. ஸோ அந்த மார்க்கெட் வந்து உங்களுக்கு எக்ஸ்பான்ஷனும் கொடுக்கணும், பிளஸ் அங்கே காம்படிஷன் எப்படி இருக்குன்னு பார்த்து தான் அந்த இடத்துல நம்ம வைக்கணும். கண்டிப்பா ரொம்ப ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் நம்ம வந்து ஏரியான்றதை வந்து ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்றது. சரிங்களா?
சரிங்க சார், தேங்க்யூ சார்.
தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச்.
கண்டிப்பா உங்களுக்கு கம்யூனிகேட் பண்றேன்.
கண்டிப்பா ப்ளீஸ்.
Sir, one chat question is there. Chat box in chat.
Rahul from BE Arrow. Rahul, you can unmute and ask something. ஏதாவது கேட்கணுமா?
சார், குட் ஈவினிங்.
எஸ் சார், சொல்லுங்க. ராகவ் இல்லைங்களா? சொல்லுங்க ராகவ், சொல்லுங்க, கேக்குது.
சார், நான் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா வெப் டிசைன் வந்து பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன் சார்.
என்ன பண்றீங்க?
ஒரு ஸ்டுடியோவுக்கு.
புரியல. வெப் டிசைனிங்.
Not able to hear Rahul. Louder and clear. Yeah.
Web designing.
Yes sir.
Okay, web designing பண்றீங்க. ஓகே.
சார், இப்போ வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா இப்போ நம்ம லோக்கல் ஏரியாவில் மட்டும்தான் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா நம்மளே போய் மேனுவலாக போயிட்டு இந்த மாதிரி நம்ம வெப்சைட் டிசைன் பண்ணி தரோம், இதனால என்னென்ன அட்வான்டேஜஸ் இருக்கு சொல்லி கன்வின்ஸ் பண்றதுக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்கு சார். அது எப்படி சிம்பிளா வந்து அப்ரோச் பண்றது சார்?
நீங்க செகண்ட் இயர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ங்களா
சார்? ஃபைனல் இயர் சார்.
ஓகே. MBA தானே?
Aeronautical,
இல்ல சார்.
engineering.
ஏரோநாட்டிக்கல். ஓகே, ஏரோநாட்டிக்கல். ஓகே. வெப், ஆனா நீங்க பேசணும் வெப் டிசைனிங் பத்தி. என்ன வெப் டிசைனிங் பத்தி கரெக்ட்டுங்களா?
எஸ் சார்.
வெப் டிசைனிங் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க, அதை எப்படி எக்ஸ்பேண்ட் பண்றதுன்னு கேக்குறீங்களா?
எஸ் சார். அதாவது ஒரு கஸ்டமர் வந்து எப்படி ஈஸியா அப்ரோச் பண்றதுக்கு சார்.
வெப் டிசைன் ஒரு ஹியூஜுங்க. ஒரு தாட் ப்ராசஸ்ல பார்த்தோம்னா என்னன்னா வந்து நீங்க வந்து யாரை டார்கெட் பண்றேன்னு இருக்குங்க. வெப் டிசைனிங்னா நீங்க இந்த மாதிரி வெப்சைட் கிரியேட் பண்ண போறீங்களா, இல்ல அவங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒன்லி வந்து ஒரு மார்க்கெட்டிங் டூல் மாதிரி, ஒரு டிஜிட்டல் மார்க்கெட்டிங் மாதிரி பிளான் பண்றீங்களா? என்ன மாதிரி பிளான் பண்றீங்க? வெப்சைட் கிரியேஷனா இல்ல டிஜிட்டல் மார்க்கெட்டிங் பிளாட்ஃபார்மா?
சார் போத் சார். ரெண்டுமே பண்ற மாதிரி.
ஓகே, டிஜிட்டல் மார்க்கெட் வந்து ஒரு சப்ஜெக்ட் வந்து டிஜிட்டல் மார்க்கெட்டிங்னு ஒரு பெரிய ஒரு மார்க்கெட் இருக்கு. ஸோ அதை நீங்க ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணாலே போதும். டிஜிட்டல் மார்க்கெட்டிங் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா நீங்க அத்தனை கம்பெனியுமே தேவைப்படுது. சும்மா நீங்க வெப்சைட் கிரியேட் பண்றதெல்லாம் யாரும் போறது இல்லை. வெப்சைட்னால ஒரு பேக்கேஜ் வந்துருது. உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், நீங்க பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கா உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். ஒரு பேக்கேஜ் தான் வருது. அதுல வந்து நீங்க வந்து ஒவ்வொரு கம்பெனிக்கும் ஒரு நீட் இருக்கு. நீட் பேஸ்டா போங்க. ஸோ பிச்சிங் ஒரு ஸ்மால் எஸ்எம்இல இருந்து நீங்க ஒரு பிக் கார்பரேட் வரைக்கும் when you ஸ்டார்ட் அப் வந்து ஒரு ஸ்டார்ட் அப் சேம் பண்ணுங்க. மெயினா ஏன்னா ஸ்டார்ட் அப்ஸுக்கு தான் தேவை. ஒரு 2 வருஷம் ஆன கம்பெனி கூட எல்லாமே வச்சிருப்பாங்க. ஸோ ஏன் ஃபார் ஸ்டார்ட் அப், நீங்க ஒரு கூகுள் இருக்கு, ஒரு ஸ்டார்ட் அப்னு போட்டீங்கன்னா நிறைய கம்பெனிஸ் வரும். உங்களோட ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு நீங்க படிச்சு முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் நல்ல ஒரு அசோசியேஷன்ல சேருங்க, where you get to know many people. ஸோ இந்த ரெஃபரல், வேர்ட் ஆஃப் ரெஃபரல்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, உங்க இதெல்லாம் சொல்லுவாங்க, வேர்ட் ஆஃப் மவுத் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொல்லுவீங்க நீங்க. ஸோ அந்த ரெஃபரல் தான் இன்னைக்கு வந்து ரெஃபரல் பாசிங் இஸ் பிக்கஸ்ட் பிசினஸ் குளோபலி. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி ஏதோ ஒரு பிளாட்ஃபார்ம்ல சேருங்க. பிளஸ் ஸ்டார்ட் அப்ஸை ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணுங்க. ஏன்னா ஸ்டார்ட் அப்ஸ்ல தான் ஸ்கோப் இருக்கு. ஏன்னா அவங்க ஒண்ணுமே பெருசாக கிரியேட் பண்ணிருக்க மாட்டாங்க. ஸோ நீங்க வந்து மெயினா ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்டார்ட் அப்ஸை வந்து நீங்க மேபி ஒரு டெலிகாலர் வச்சுக்கணும் ஆரம்பிச்சு, அவங்க வந்து கூகுளில் சர்ச் பண்ணி டெய்லி ஒரு 10 பேர்ட்ட பேசட்டும், டேக் இட் அவுட். அண்ட் மேபி உங்களோட வந்து ஒரு பட்ஜெட் இருக்கணும், இதுக்கு ஒரு பேக்கேஜ் மாதிரி பேஸ் பண்ணி நீங்க அப்ரோச் பண்ணுங்க. எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு ஆரம்பத்தில் ஸ்டார்ட் அப்ஸை ஃபேஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா 2-3 கிளைண்ட்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்னால வந்து அவங்க மூலமா மல்டிப்ளை ஆகும். ஸோ அதுதான் நீங்க பிச் பண்ண வேண்டியது. நான் சொல்றது புரிஞ்சுங்களா மிஸ்டர் ராகவ்?
சார் புரிஞ்சுது சார்.
தேங்க்யூ.
ஓகே சார். ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ சார்.
Rahul, you can also contact the MBA department for any help you want. Right?
Okay, sir. Okay.
We are all here to help you out. That is why we are all here, right? So you can contact Kanimuli ma'am and you can have a discussion with us. We are ready to offer all help. Okay.
Sir, next year I am joining MBA in our college, sir. We will meet you, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
சார், யாரையோ மலையாளத்தை கேள்வி கேட்க சொல்லுங்க, மலையாளத்துல பேசுறேன்.
A lot of students are there, sir. Malayalis are there.
யாரும் பேச மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க பாருங்க.
Yeah.
Diana,
any person can talk in Malayalam, ask question in Malayalam so that he will answer you in Malayalam itself.
Altaf there.
மலையாளிஸ் என்னங்க சொன்னீங்க?
நிறைய இருக்காங்க சார்.
யாரும் பேச மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க. Hello.
Malayalis are expected to ask questions. Kindly unmute and ask. Anupama, Anu, Anjana, Aishwarya, Diana. List is too big. Joshna.
Yes, you can ask in your language itself.
Joshna is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can ask question in Malayalam. Talk something. Interact. No doubts, Joshna. At least tell how the session was.
Yeah, at least. Finally, we should hear from that man. Joshna, എങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു? നന്നായിരുന്നു? വല്ല മനസ്സിലായോ പറഞ്ഞത്?
സാർ കുറച്ചൊക്കെ മനസ്സിലായി.
കുറച്ചേ മനസ്സിലായല്ലോ. മൈ ഗോഡ്. ഞാൻ കഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട് സംസാരിച്ചു, ഒന്നും കുറച്ചേ മനസ്സിലായിരുന്നു പറഞ്ഞു. എനിവേ, ഗുഡ്. എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ ചോദിക്കാന്?
ഇല്ല സാർ, ഒന്നുമില്ല ചോദിക്കാൻ.
ഒന്നുമില്ലല്ലേ?
ഇല്ല.
Good.
Sir,
Yes,
Surya
sir.
Prasad again.
Very good, sir. சொல்லுங்க சார்.
Sir, suppose like if we would like to get in the tire industry, is there any possibility of a franchisee that is available and what do you expect us, like the expenditure or cost, or like what are the facilities that we need to like attain ourselves to start something, like, or a proper budget?
See, proper budget for an starting up an tire alignment center or an distribution center.
Well, sir, including both alignment center as well as sales.
Yeah, see, a lot of scope are there. See, I believe you should start up in Kerala, right? Or
Well, sir, I know there is a big scope, so but don't know what would be the budget or whom
budget.
to
Roughly,
Which place you need to start, in Kerala or Tamil Nadu?
Kerala.
Kerala. Which part of Kerala?
Palakkad.
Palakkad. Okay. See, Palakkad, a lot of people are there. See, but whatever you do, when you do things in a different way, it will be a success, I believe. So, investment part, if you ask me for an I'm talking about a minimum budget. You can start with a budget of around 25 to 30 lakhs. Minimum budget of 25 to 30 lakhs, including, I'm talking about the machinery, because ours is totally different, because our investment are huge. But to start up, you can really have 25 to 30 lakhs, including, I'm talking about everything, your infrastructure, your machinery, your basic budgeting things, everything I'm talking about, 25 to 30 lakhs you need to put up in. With all your stocks also, I can say, maybe a little bit of stocks, but once you just grow 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, see, any business, maybe you should have studied about break-even time. So, it will take 1 to maximum 3 years to make out of your ROI. So maybe we can start with investment 20 also. If you are really interested for a tire module, I'm really ready to help you out at any point of time. You can take my number from sir and ma'am. I can really help it out. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more questions you have? We'll take up one question. So, like, we want someone to unmute and ask something.
Yes. Sir, who is your topper? Students name.
Arya is the topper, I hope, for this semester.
Yeah. He's there?
He's not there, sir, today.
Arya is
So
okay.
topper will always must be there.
Okay. Now, after you are asking questions, some 15 people have left, right?
Oh my God.
So
55 were there.
All others are confidently staying. That is good.
Very
right?
good. That is very fine.
Yeah.
35 is a good number. Very happy for them. Very happy for them. See,
Yes.
anything you can ask, please unmute. It's not about the business, but anything. Maybe your studies, maybe you have whatever you can ask me. Anything. Because I am associated with 110 entrepreneurs in a journey. So, of Coimbatore, we are associated from different field. So, on the Nutipatha business home, I have in my thoughts. So, you can ask anything.
Sir, it is BNI network or?
Yeah, it's BNI. BNI, we are the founding chapter. I'm in the founding chapter.
Which organization, sir?
It's Admirals. That is a founding chapter of Coimbatore, and it's the world's 5th chapter. And I am in the leadership committee for more than 6 years.
Okay. So it's a world over, you have this Admirals?
Yes, it's an American organization. Okay. But Coimbatore is Admirals is the 1st chapter and world's 5th chapter, sir. Now it's the 3rd this chapter.
Oh, great, sir. Because first time we are hearing something like this.
Yeah.
Right. We have BNI, Rotary and all, they all have JCs. We have JCs.
BNI is purely business thing. No, maybe fundas or anything. Pure taking and giving of business.
Okay. Admirals, what do they do, sir? What is
Admirals founding. There are around 17 chapters in Coimbatore, sir.
Okay.
17th chapter. We are the founding chapter. We are the first chapter. So ABC in both admirals, benchmark, champions, in the dynamics of ABC in both. So this one 19 chapters Coimbatore and na chapter on the admirals first chapter more than 8 years are yeah Coimbatore.
So what is
ranking? So we are based third now in the world. Every country has been It's been founded by Dr. Evan Meissner of America. So he is a founder of this organization. So worldwide, I can have connect all across the world. If I need anything, I can just put it off and they give me. Organization.
So what do they do, sir? What is that they
do? In sense, membership, you have an interview also for 4 rounds and interview. They will select you. Okay. So Coimbatore, Lakshmi Grinders owner. You name it, or department store, dentist, gynecologist, but they should be an entrepreneur. That's the point.
Okay.
So when now they give tire, they'll come to me. So 110 people are my PRO. So now I'm the PRO. Suppose bakery item and KR Bakes KR Bakes is a member.
Okay.
It is statistics. Mentor. There is an app. What business I've got, what business they got. Every week we have an meeting at 7 o'clock in the morning. This is online, but when because before COVID, we used to conduct a meeting in a residency hotel every Tuesday, every week on week. Full and full entire order, 7 o'clock we should be there, rather 6:30. That is what I was talking about, time management. So once you come out, it is a real big journey. So after corporate life, I was an entrepreneur. Again, the Tuesday I will behave like a corporate. ஒரு கோட் சூட் போட்டு ரொம்ப வருஷம் ஆக்சுவலி அதனால ஸோ அந்த லைஃப் கிடைக்கும் பிஎன்ஐ வரும்போது. அண்ட் ஐம் இந்த நான் ட்ரைனிங் கோஆர்டினேட்டராக இருக்கேன். அதில் நான் ஐம் இந்த சாப்டர் கோத்தில் இருக்கேன் நான் இப்போ.
ஓகே சார்.
எஸ் சார்.
So if any form that if we can do something in our institutions, it will be good, sir. If anything,
we'll talk about sir. Sir, but I'll plan, sir. We'll talk.
Because let people know that something is existing like this.
Yes, it's a big thing. இது நான் சொன்னேன் இப்போ நம்ம ஏரோநாட்டிக்கல் ஒருத்தர் பேசினாருங்களா, ராகுல் அவர் சொன்ன மாதிரி ஸ்டார்ட் அப்ஸ்க்கு எல்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா பிக் திங். ஸ்டார்ட் அப் எங்க இதெல்லாம் சேர்ந்தாங்கன்னு they will mint money. ஏன்னா 110 பேர் will support them.
Financing also they'll do. Venture capitalist
இருக்கு, அப்படி பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. பட் உள்ளுக்குள்ளே there are ஒரு கேட்டகரி இருக்கு, ஃபினான்ஸ் கேட்டகரி. சிட் ஃபண்ட்ஸ் உள்ள இருக்கு. நான் சொல்றது புரியுதுங்களா? நீ யூ நேம் இட். பிரிக் மேனுஃபேக்சர் இருக்காரு. சிவில் டீம்ல மாத்திரம் 24 கேட்டகரிஸ் இருக்கு. சிவில் டீம்ல மாத்திரம்.
How do you measure the quality, sir? That means because we all know about
you have a biggest app, sir. You have biggest ERP module here. நீங்க சும்மாலாம் பண்ண முடியாது. If you give a referral, you have to punch it. Every weekly meeting, I have to submit a report.
Say about your business or?
No, I have every excuse me, every meeting all the 110 members present and ask a specific ask கேட்பாங்க. இப்போ நான் என்னோட பிசினஸ் 30 செகண்ட்ஸ்ல என்ன சொல்ல முடியும்? 30 செகண்ட்ஸ்ல வீக் ஆன் வீக் சொல்லணும். பிளஸ் ஐ ஷுட் ஒரு ஆஸ்க் கேட்கணும். ஸோ சப்போஸ் நான் ஒரு இடத்துல கொட்டேஷன் கொடுத்துருக்கேன். சப்போஸ் நான் என்ன சொல்றது, வாசன் டென்டல் கேர்ல ஒரு டயர் கேட்டிருக்காங்க. பட் நான் எனக்கு அங்கே யாரையும் தெரியாது. ஐ டோன்ட் நோ எனிபடி தேர். அப்போ நான் என்னோட 30 செகண்ட்ஸ் ஐ எம் சோ அண்ட் சோ ஃப்ரம் டயர் செக் இதெல்லாம் சொல்லி முடிச்சுட்டு மை ஸ்பெசிபிக் ஆஸ்க் ஃபார் திஸ் வீக் இஸ் கனெக்ட் மீ டு அன் டெசிஷன் மேக்கர் அட் வாசன் ஐ கேர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவேன். இந்த 110 பேர்ல யாரோ ஒருத்தர் எனக்கு கனெக்ஷன் பண்ணி கொடுப்பாங்க. ஸோ நான் பிசினஸ் பண்ணிடுவேங்க எப்படியாவது. நான் சொல்ல புரியுதுங்களா உங்களுக்கு? வாட் ஐ அம் ட்ரைங் டு சே. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி எங்களை பிசினஸ்
relationships only will take us forward, no? So that
is no doubt. See, I'm spending around ஒரு மெம்பர்ஷிப் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு 75,000 தான் per year இருக்கு. பட் I'm getting more than 10 lakhs per month. Simple to say. Through BNI.
Okay.
So it's a big forum. Maybe நம்ம டீம்ல இருந்து யாரோ வந்து they become entrepreneur அப்படின்னா வந்து they can really search for BNI.
Yes. Because once they have asked me also to join for breakfast in the morning.
Yeah,
they said
visitors are invited
come.
always. Every week visitors are invited.
Okay, but somebody should invite. They said somebody should invite.
I can always invite anybody. I can see.
Okay.
I can, but the Admirals is the best forum. So absolutely you can come, but to join you need to be an entrepreneur. That is.
Yeah, I can understand.
So any last question?
Any questions from the audience, from the students? I think today's freeze. I think nobody is there, sir.
Right, sir?
Yes.
So any feedback?
Kanimoli?
Yes, sir. So we'll be sharing the feedback report to you, sir, or you want to have it from the students?
Yeah, at least somebody, or at least renduver person, I'll be happy for the time I spent.
So we want students to share your feedbacks about the session.
Mr. Mailsamy, excellent and informative session. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Mr. Mailsamy, sir, thank you so much. There's one I've responded through chat. Any basic, I would have been much happy, Mr. Mailsamy.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, it was very useful and it was very motivating for us to do something different in this upcoming journey, sir.
Super.
Really, you are inspired for us, sir. Thank you so much for your time with us. You have spent us.
Thank you, Arvind sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
sir. Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm Dr. Mailsamy from PhD College, sir.
Which college?
PhD College Arts and Science, Coimbatore.
PhD, okay. But there are people from a different college also, okay.
Yes, sir. Your session very informative, useful to the new coming students and entrepreneur, especially to the new venture to start the business to the entrepreneur. Very excellent session, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mailsamy. Thank you so much for your feedback.
Very nice, welcome.
Thank you so much.
We have a message in the chat, sir. A student, I don't know the name.
Okay.
Thank you for the wonderful session, sir. Motivated a lot.
Yeah, I saw it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So
one more student can unmute and share your feedback, so that will be fine for us. Maybe Surya, Nadia, Sridharan, anyone.
Yes, ma'am. I really would like to thank you, sir, on my behalf. And it was a very informative section. And yes, I did clear all my doubts. And yes, we could get an insight on how to start and what all should be the difficulties will be there on the journey to an entrepreneur, as well as also he gave an insight when to start like a new business. And it's not just that we study MPA and the next day you jump into a business. It was very informative, so thank you so much.
Beautiful. Thank you, Surya, for your nice feedback. Thank you so much. Ma'am, sir, we shall wind up.
Yes, sir. Nadia, you can give your word of thanks. With that, we'll close. Nadia,
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. To the one and all present here, Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. T.M. Vijay Kumar, sir, and Director Dr. Samuel, sir, and all the participants. I'm Nadia, MBA student from Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology. It is such an honor for me to get the opportunity to thank all the dignitaries. On behalf of Management Science Department, Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, I extend a warm welcome to the people in the gathering. I would like to express my gratitude to all esteemed delegates of the webinar for their presence and contribution to make this webinar a great success. I extend my gratitude to our Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. T.M. Vijay Kumar, sir, to take out time from his busy schedule to grace the event. Thank you for inspiring and encouraging us with your words on this special day, sir. And a special thanks to Mr. K. Karunakaran, sir, Principal of Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, for providing immense support to make the webinar successful. And I extend my gratitude to Dr. Samuel sir, head of the department, to organize a webinar, and but not lost the participants who were gathered here for the webinar. And thank you everyone once again for making it as a great success. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. It was a great session. It's good that we all have a lively time with you, right? 1 hour, 15 minutes have passed, right?
Yeah, no issues,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Hope
Yes,
I am
sir.
not bored you at all. Okay.
Yes, sir. So we request you to be with us in the journey of entrepreneurship.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Definitely,
Thank you,
definitely.
thank you, thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you so much,
Ma'am.
sir. Thank you for coming and
Thank you,
great.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you, dear students. Thank you all. Thank you. Bye bye.